Passage number 157. Sir, the resolution that is before us for discussion, moved by our Honorable colleague Sri Raju Shetty, is relating to the National Commission on Farmers, also known as the Swaminathan Commission report, which deals the issues in 5 big volumes. At the outset, I would say that 2 hours' time is not enough to actually dwell into the issues that are mentioned by the Swaminathan Commission. Sir, you have been kind enough to extend it by 1 hour, but I think more members will be interested to participate in this discussion. But I would say, as the customary practice is, let us complete 1 hour and then the sense of the house can be taken. I had made some initial remarks on 1st August 2014, and after that there was a demand from the members present in the house, and that is why it was postponed. Again today, practically after 4 months, I am now on my legs to participate in this discussion. I was going through my last deliberations and I was actually discussing the support price mechanism that is prevalent today in our country. Do we not know that the cost of production is invariably higher than the minimum support price because of ever increasing prices of inputs? That is one of the major reasons of increasing indebtedness of farmers in rural areas. Indebtedness of people living in rural areas is increasing many folds. Indebtedness of farmers is also increasing in a greater way because the minimum support price that is being provided to the farmers is not commensurate with the expenditure on inputs that farmers incur to produce their agricultural products. Scientists and other people have found out that investment in agriculture is also declining over the past 2 decades. An unfortunate consequence of the constellation of hardships faced by small farm families is the growing number of suicides among farmers. The cost risk return structure of farming is becoming adverse. Consequently, indebtedness is growing in rural areas. According to National Sample Survey Organization, the average monthly per capita consumption expenditure of farm household across India was rupees 503 in 2003. All India average monthly income per farmer household during the same period was rupees 2100. The figure was rupees 1062 for Odisha and rupees 1630 for Uttar Pradesh. Therefore, I would urge the government that there is a need for policy reform in agriculture, which is very much overdue, and the government should look into this aspect at the earliest. Such policy reforms should be pro small farmers, pro women, and pro landless agriculture labor. If we do not attend to the problems of small farm and landless labor families with a sense of urgency and commitment, the Indian enigma, as it is being said, of the coexistence of enormous technological capability and entrepreneurship on one hand and extensive undernutrition, poverty, and deprivation on the other will not only persist but will lead to social disruption and violence and increasing human insecurity. To understand this issue, I would like to delve on this point a little further. On one side, the agriculture university is there, technology has been brought in, and a large number of scientists are engaged in agriculture But on the other side, impoverishment of farmers is so large that their children are undernourished. They do not earn that much of income to make their families survive. If this is the situation in our society, then social friction is bound to happen and violence is bound to occur. To mitigate that, there is a need to have a course correction, there is a need to have a new policy on agriculture. The basic recommendation of Dr. Swaminathan's 5-volume report is increase farm productivity and profitability in perpetuity without associated ecological harm. This is one line itself summarizes the total report of 5 volumes. There is a need to increase productivity. There is also a need to increase profitability. It is not that it should only happen for 1 year or 2 years, it should continue. There should be a system that profitability and productivity increase for perpetuity without associated environmental ecological harm. It should not create problem for the living beings on this earth. There is a need to convert the agricultural crisis to an opportunity. The Honorable Prime Minister repeatedly says if there is a crisis, let us treat it as an opportunity. I think this is the right time to do that by not only reversing the decline but for taking the agricultural revolution forward by helping farm families to bridge the gap between potential and actual yield in all major farming systems. The National Commission on Farmers report in 5 volumes contains suggestions to achieve the goal of after and more inclusive growth as envisaged in the approach paper of the 11th 5-year plan. Sir, when anyone will stand up in this house to speak on agriculture, there is no end to it because every issue is related to agriculture. The total budget, be it finance, be it animal husbandry, be it health, be it anything, it all percolates down for the well being of our farmers. Thank you.